Lab Addicts Music
You know
Group.
what time it is? This is Conversations with Maas. Subscribe now. Lock in. Let's go. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
This is Conversations with Maas.
Lab Addicts Music
You know what
Group.
time it is? This is Conversations with Maas. Subscribe now. Lock in. Let's go. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
This is Conversations with Maas.
Lab Addicts Music
You know what
Group.
time it is? This is Conversations with Maas. Subscribe now. Lock in. Let's go. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas. Real street, man, we watching Maas. Real street, man, we call on Maas.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
This is Conversations with Maas.
I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. It's Thursday. This your boy Maas, and you have joined Adult Conversations with Maas Peel. And I know the thumbnail says Wednesday, but I apologize about yesterday. Life stuff happens. Life stuff happens, and I wasn't able to do yesterday's show, but we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. And Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, Kelsey, Rock Nation, Hill Bailey, Tory Lanez, DDG, Rihanna, and Chris Brown. And y'all may be wondering why I said all those names, but if you know, you know, and we'll get to that later on in the show. So, you all know the story. Tory Lanez was at a party thrown by Kylie Jenner, and he was there with Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion. And I think either Kylie Jenner was flirting with Tory Lanez or Tory Lanez was flirting with Kylie Jenner. So Meg and Kelsey was like, let's go. We're ready to go. So I guess, whatever the case, whatever happened in between them leaving and getting to the car that they were in, an argument broke out. An argument broke out between Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion because I guess in the conversation, Tory Lanez was romantically involved with Kelsey. They were sleeping together. And I guess in this argument between Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion said, I guess he ain't even your ninja. I smashed him. So whatever happened after Meg Thee Stallion said that, whatever the case, Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. And in the beginning, nobody saw anything. Kelsey was given immunity. Why she was given immunity, who knows? Nobody testified on behalf of Tory Lanez, and he was convicted. A lot of people say railroaded into a 10-year sentence. Now, he's been in jail. He's been doing his time. He's been in general population, and for all things said, he's been a model prisoner. A couple weeks ago, Tory Lanez attorneys said that they had some filings that they were going to do on Tory Lanez's behalf in court upcoming that would potentially exonerate him from the guilt of shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot. Meg Thee Stallion's attorneys heard that, took that information back to the power players at Rock Nation, and 24 hours after it was said that there was damning information against Meg Thee Stallion and other people on that side of the aisle, Tory Lanez was stabbed up 14 times, which was coincidental. His lawyers go to court and say that they have information that's damning against Meg Thee Stallion that could exonerate him from his sentence, and 24 hours later, somebody tried to kill Tory Lanez. So, not in the public eye, but, underneath, there were things brewing. People were investigating things, and whatever the case that was going on in the background, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, a Republican from Florida, came out and basically said that she was calling on Governor Newsom, California governor, to review Tory Lanez's case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Free Tory Lanez. Before this, I had never heard of Representative Anna Paulina Luna, but she came out basically backing Tory Lanez. Backing Tory Lanez. That was one of the first tweets that she put out. Then she followed that up with another email saying Tory Lanez has filed a direct appeal, a habeas petition, and a successive habeas, all now consolidated by the California Court of Appeals. They have seated a panel. Oral arguments are coming. This case is far from over. Due process matters. So, after this lady came out, Meg Stallion came out with some crazy tweets. I don't have them pulled up. But Meg Stallion basically came out with some tweets saying Tory Lanez is bothering. Tory Lanez is guilty. He's bothering her. He's harassing her. Whoop, 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 whoop. This has got to end. The evidence is the evidence. He's been proven guilty, and that should be the end of it. And after Meg Stallion came out with that tweet, and her lawyers dismissed the new claims, Anna Paulina Luna came out with another tweet, and I can't find that one, but basically saying that all of the people who railroaded Tory Lanez and violated his rights were going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. To the fullest extent. And after that, Meg Stallion's been very, very quiet. Very quiet. She also said that her office was presented with additional DNA evidence and footage from a Ring camera that actually disproved this conviction. So they got a video and DNA evidence. Now, the DNA evidence basically says that Tory Lanez's DNA was not on the gun. They don't have his fingerprints on the gun. He never touched the gun. But he did have gunpowder residue on his hands. Now, they're saying that he got that gunpowder residue on his hands because he was standing next to Kelsey when she pulled the trigger twice. And they said Tory Lanez knocked the gun out of her hand. And when he knocked the gun out of her hand and it landed on the ground, it went off 2 more times. So Tory Lanez never had the gun in his hand. This DNA evidence was never presented. And basically they're saying that political pressure was the reason that Tory Lanez was railroaded. Now, I'm going to play a video that kind of, because I'm not going to say these people's names, but after we watch this video, I'll explain how I know of these individuals that they're speaking of. Now, I don't personally know these people, but I'm going to just speak to how I researched these people about 3 years ago. And the reason that I researched them was that when Kenny Payne was the coach of the University of Louisville, Kenny Payne had a really, really tight relationship with Roc Nation. He was real close to Desiree Perez, who is, I think she's the president of Roc Nation, and her husband, OG Juan. their son was supposed to come to Louisville to basically work on his basketball staff. Now, he never made it to Louisville, and a lot of things that Kenny Payne was supposed to do never happened. But that's how I came to know of Desiree Perez and her husband, OG Juan, and their son, who was supposed to work for Louisville because of the relationship that Kenny Payne had with Rock Nation. But let me find this video, and it'll explain where we're going at with this conversation. Because basically, Representative Luna is saying that there's a pattern of men who are associated with women of Rock Nation end up with restraining orders against them, and and allegations of woman beating. Now, they're saying that this pattern goes back for a while. And we're going to talk about that. But I'm going to find this video by this YouTuber, Nino Brown. And Nino Brown breaks it down on what we're going to discuss tonight. And if this is the reason that Torey Lanez was stabbed up in jail. Because they're basically, I'll let Nino Brown say it. But I think Torey Lanez is getting out of jail. And there's going to be, well, this video that Nino Brown put up a couple days ago, it looks as if it's been taken down. And I think it was. It was a wild video. He was saying some wild stuff. And yeah, that video that Nino Brown put out yesterday talking about this situation has been taken down. But basically what they're saying is men, and then another thing is Torey Lanez and DDG were approached by Rock Nation to sign, and neither one of them would sign. So now you look, it's like it kind of looks like a honeypot situation where these women are being sicked on these guys to try to get them to sign to the Rock Nation. And when they don't sign to the Rock Nation, bad things happen to them. Allegedly. This is all alleged. But I'm really tripping that this video now it may be gone because some of the stuff that Nino Brown was saying on that video was wild. That's why I said that I was going to play his video, because I wasn't going to say none of the stuff that he said in this video. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not. I'm going through my history. But yeah, it was a wild video. It was a wild video, and I can see how somebody in the background might have reached out to him like, yeah, you need to take that down. Now, when it comes to DDG in these things, a couple days ago, DDG received a bottle of Aces of Spade from Rock Nation, and it had a weird note attached to it. Now, DDG took the note as a threat, a veiled threat. And not only did DDG receive a bottle of liquor, his best friend, who's a popular streamer, I don't know his name, but his buddy, his best friend, who's also a streamer, a large streamer, received a bottle of Hennessy from Rock Nation with a note. Now, he received this present from Rock Nation after he put a video out saying that Hale Bailey was the aggressor. She was the one that was always beating up on DDG. DDG never put his hands on her. So after he came out backing his best friend, DDG, he received a bottle of Hennessy, and the note in the bottle, he read the note on his live. The note that was attached to his Hennessy bottle said, "Stay in your jurisdiction." Basically, don't even say nothing about this situation. Now, he said it was weird because he looked at the person that was delivering it like, I don't even drink. He said, why are they sending me a bottle, a big bottle of Hennessy, and I don't drink? And he said that the delivery person said, this is yours. You got to take this. So we took it. Brought it in, opened the letter on his stream, and basically the letter, the little note they put in a little card when somebody sends you a gift said, stay in your jurisdiction. So, what's going on? What is going on in Rock Nation? It's a lot of, if you just put Rock Nation Jay-Z in YouTube, there's numerous videos on here going out some heavy allegations, allegedly. There are people that are saying that Jug, what's going on? We got Jug down in the house. We got Scorp in the house. We got YWG in the house. We got Camille in here tonight. What's going on, people? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I've been talking for 24 minutes. I just spitting this information out that I have done some research on, give y'all the update. So it was all good just a week ago. Meg Thee Stallion was talking crazy, and yeah. Now, Tory Lanez has a backer of Donald Trump, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who is backing him in his bid to get exonerated from the railroading that he says happened with this case. I put up poll, and I said, will Tory Lanez get out of jail? And 100% people have said, yes, he's going to get out. Now, I guess you all have been seeing the same information that I've been seeing in regards to this. But if Meg Thee Stallion knows that her friend Kelsey shot her in the foot because she said that she was smashing Tory Lanez too, why would they railroad? Why would everyone go along with this narrative that Tory Lanez shot this girl in the foot? And why would Tory Lanez not say that Kelsey shot this girl in the foot? Was Tory Lanez taking a hit for what the girl that he was in a relationship with did? Did Kelsey get immunity because they knew that she was the one that shot Meg? Scorp said Meg is a GD liar. Scorp said Megan is a GD liar. and she need her ass whipped. So, but Scorp has always not really said good things about Meg Thee Stallion. Whenever Meg Thee Stallion comes up, Scorp always has something. But why would they let this narrative go along and get this man locked up for 10 years and they know he didn't shoot that gun? Was it because he figured out being an independent artist would be better than signing to Roc Nation? Wow. What? What? Oh, wow. Juggernaut said Meg Thee Stallion is a man. The truth is in your face. Meg is a transformer. A man. Wow. Meg Thee Stallion is a man? Now, I've heard that. I've heard people say that. Cameron said that. Some other people said it, but I know Cameron said it, and I think somebody stepped to Cameron about him saying that. But I have never seen any baby pictures of her, but there are people that say that Meg is a woman. I don't know. With the way science and I hope Meg Thee Stallion ain't no man. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Jug. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Meg Thee Stallion, a man? I don't know about that one. I don't know about it. Scorp said she looked like a freak. YWG said without makeup, oh boy. Nah. See, with what Jug just said, I don't even want to make no more comments on Meg Thee Stallion. Because I would hate for it to come out that Meg Thee Stallion But I never figured out why she called herself Meg the Stallion. Because a stallion is a male horse. I never understood why some women call themselves a stallion. Because a stallion is a male horse. You remember the two guys that was on the the Stallionaires? Y'all remember them dudes? One of them passed away recently from cancer. But y'all remember this male horse, Stallionaires? I never understood why. Now, a stallion is a male horse. So it might be something to what you saying, Jude, but I don't know. Meg the Stallion, it always rubbed me the wrong way because I know that a stallion is a male horse. So it never was felt right that she called herself a stallion because a stallion is a male horse. Is a horse with a jank. It might be something to what Jug is saying. Whoa. Wow. No, I mean, so we can't. She smashed Torey Lanez. Now, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, but I don't know about that one. What y'all say? What the chat say? Y'all think Meg the Stallion is a man? I don't know about it. I don't know about that one. What the chat say? Is Meg the Stallion a man? I don't know about that one, Jug. But hey, you the Atlanta correspondent, and your ears always to this street, and you work in them circles, so you may know something. Huh? Wow, I'm not making no comments on Meg the Stallion's body ever again. Camille said, "No, Meg the Stallion ain't no man." I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't. Damn, Judd. Scorp said some horses is cute. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That would be a hard pill to swallow if it came out that Meg the Stallion was a transformer. Man, that was. You messed me up with that one, Jug, man. I'm over here stuck. I'm over here. See, me, I don't even want to see. Okay, well, I will say we're going to talk about Rock Nation. Now, the information that I'm saying is public knowledge. Desiree Perez was an informant against the cartel. That has to be known about Desiree Perez, is that she was an FBI informant against the cartel. They've also said that that's how a lot of stuff happens for Rock Nation is because of her ties. There have been artists that have come out that have said that they will not deal with Rock Nation because the head of Rock Nation is a snitch. I'm not saying anything that's not public knowledge. That's what has been said about Desiree Perez. Now, does she have ties where she could have contacted someone inside of the jail where Torey Lanez was and made that stabbing happen? I don't know. But there are people that say that that is some of the information that Representative Luna is going to present. Now, if it comes out that they violated Torey Lanez's rights and ignored evidence that would have exonerated him, should Meg the Stallion should she go to jail for perjury? If it comes out that they knowingly knew that Kelsey shot Meg, should Meg go to jail for perjury? Now, we know nothing can happen to Kelsey because she was given immunity. Why was she given immunity? What's going on, Dark Star? How you doing tonight? Why was Kelsey given immunity in this whole situation? What did she do, or what did she know to get immunity? I think someone is going to have to pay. Juggernaut says she lied to Gil about giving him the cheeks. How ironic would it be after she was up there shaking and jiggling for Chucks and Pearls that she's going to go to jail? Wow. Wow. And why is Representative Luna going so hard? What does she know? Because she's putting her reputation on the line in backing Torey Lanez. So what does she know? And what information are they going to disclose that Torey Lanez got stabbed up 24 hours after his lawyer said that they had information to exonerate him? What information does Kelsey know? And what information does Representative Luna know? Because we got one person that knows a lot and ain't saying nothing. And we got one person that she knows something and she's talking a whole lot on Torey Lanez's behalf. She's asked Governor Newsom to pardon Torey Lanez and release him immediately. Are they going to find out why all this information was suppressed? And not only Meg the Stallion, but because Meg the Stallion couldn't do this stuff. She could just be the recipient of whatever help was afforded to her. Are they going to find out? Are they actually going to be able to prove that there was somebody that put something in motion for Torey Lanez to get assaulted and possibly killed? Because think about this. Torey Lanez, if exonerated, was a free man that was railroaded into a prison sentence and then stabbed up and almost killed under the pretenses of false evidence. Will Meg the Stallion? Will Meg be able to? Yeah, Meg is not a stallion. Juggernaut says that she is a stallion. I don't feel right calling a woman a stallion. I don't, because I know that a stallion is a male horse. So why would I call a woman a stallion? That make the man sound weird. Yes, Meg the Stallion. I like her. She's a stallion. I don't know. Jill, you said something, and now I'm looking at everything surrounding that name differently after you said that Meg the Stallion is a transformer. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I didn't do no research on that. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this video out. Subscribe to the page. We on here talking about Tory Lanez, Meg the Stallion, Kelsey, Rock Nation, and Representative Luna. This is wild. This man may have been railroaded into a prison sentence and then almost killed. How many black men in America have been railroaded wrongly into positions? Railroaded into prison sentences to be raped and killed in jail. How many men went to jail on false pretenses and were raped and killed while they were serving a sentence for something that they didn't do? It makes you look at things. It makes you look at stuff. This man got stabbed 14 times, 2 times in the head, in the torso, in the back. And he survived. You heard about people getting shanked up in prison. A lot of times, those people don't make it. Sometimes those people don't make it. Darkstar said, Luna be going hard in the paint on everybody. She has higher political aspirations in the next administration. She's going hard for Tory Lanez. And she's coming out speaking publicly. This ain't candid talk. She's speaking publicly, saying she's got information. Tory Lanez is gonna get out, and we're going to get the people who railroaded him with their political affiliations and got him locked up. It's a wild situation. It's a wild situation that a man could be railroaded into. Now, this railroading, this is where we're going to bring Chris Brown and DDG into this. Because when whatever happened between Chris Brown and Rihanna, allegedly, Rihanna was the aggressor. Rihanna was beating Chris Brown up, and Chris Brown restrained her. Now, we're not going to get into why Chris Brown showed up at that party, and if you know, you know. And if you don't know, go look it up. But Chris Brown showed up to that party and announced some things. And that's what happened between him and Rihanna. Rihanna was like, you can't be talking. What? You can't be saying, yeah. So that's when whatever happened between them. And Chris Brown was railroaded. Chris Brown, they tried to railroad Chris Brown, and they just railroaded him into making a whole lot of money everywhere else outside of America as an independent artist. Chris Brown, and I'm going to say this right now. Chris Brown is the best entertainer out there right now. Ain't nobody with Chris Brown. Nobody. Ain't nobody with Chris Brown in terms of singing and dancing, putting on a show. Ain't nobody messing with Chris Breezy. Why has Chris Brown been unable to really be a mainstream artist over something that happened almost, is it 15 years? And Chris Brown is still going like an Energizer Bunny. Because you can't stop real talent. Ain't nobody messing with Chris Brown. Chris Brown is still selling out stadiums. Even though he don't really do, he does American tours, but Chris Brown don't tour in America like Chris Brown should. Chris Brown is the only person that's out right now. There's some other people that could, but Chris Breezy is one of the only entertainers that can sell out will sell out a 50 city tour. Wherever Chris Breezy go, he gonna sell out. Chris Brown had a concert here last summer in Cincinnati, and it was people from all over that came to see Chris Breezy. People will come from other places because Chris Breezy he doesn't do a 25 city, 35 city. He does like a 10 or 12 city tour. And if you in that area where they gonna come. And it's not a lot of people that's going to do that in R&B right now. Was Chris Breezy railroaded in the Rihanna situation? And then we get to DDG. DDG was messing with Hell Bailey. Hell Bailey is signed to Beyonce's production company. They've been going back and forth about the child. Videos have come out about her saying that she's jealous, that she fights, that she likes drama, she likes this and she likes that. Also came out, she talked about she chipped her tooth. This was about 3 or 4 years ago, but she said that DDG chipped her tooth. Now, which one was it? Did DDG chip your tooth, or did you chip your tooth 4 years ago when you said you chipped your tooth and you showed it on the video? And all these women are associated with Rock Nation playing this same playbook. Same playbook. Who's feeding them this playbook? Put a restraining order. Meg Thee Stallion put a restraining order on Torey Lanez after he was in jail. And she put a restraining order on Torey Lanez a week before her album was coming out. She monetized that man's demise. And then she had the nerve to come out a couple of days ago and say he shouldn't be able to say, why shouldn't he? You monetized this, you put a restraining order on that man after he was already in jail a week before your album came out. See, look, all the ladies in the chat. I love me some Chris Breezy. Yeah. Chris Breezy. Men like Chris Breezy. Women love Chris Breezy. It might be some dudes that love Chris Breezy too. It was some weird, because you know Chris Breezy, he take pictures with the fans for $100, and there was some wild pictures that people wanted to take with Breezy. Juggernaut said, toxic people like toxic relationships. And some of that stuff that Hale Bailey was saying was very, very toxic about fighting. And yeah, she said she punches, she fights. Yeah, she said she did all that. But she came out and she took a restraining order out on DDG. So he couldn't see the baby. Rihanna took a restraining order out on Chris Brown. And Meg Thee Stallion took a restraining order out on Tory Lanez after he was already locked up. Hey, man. It's wild stuff going on out there. 51 minutes into the show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Soon I'm going to be telling y'all hit the cash out. I'm going to put my cat. Nah, I ain't. Not yet. I ain't putting no cash out. Yeah, I ain't. But y'all do need to be paying me for this. Nah, I'm joking. But how y'all feel? Is there a pattern of the men that deal with women associated with Rock Nation? Yeah, man, how your baby 8 months old when you got a new dude? And make that make sense, ladies. How your baby ain't one and you got another dude already? Make that make sense, ladies. What y'all gonna say in Hale Bailey's defense? What y'all gonna say in her defense? She got a 9-month-old. She might not even be 9 months old. She got a baby that's less than 1 year old. She already got a new dude. I'm gonna say this again. Men fight for love. When it's over with a woman, it's over. Men fight for love, but with a woman, when it's over, it's over. And what I'm saying is she is trying to defame that man. She's trying to paint this man as a woman beater. This little young dude. Scorp said the first one get to the police station, file a restraint. But what I'm saying is these dudes ain't even thinking about filing no restraining order against these women. Should men? I mean, I'm not filing a restraining order on no lady unless she's a pistol packer. Now, you mess with a chick that's a pistol packer, you might want to get a restraint. I'm not getting no restraining order on no lady. But I ain't never messed with nobody that made me thought about getting a restraining order. So I will say that. I ain't never messed with nobody that I thought I had to get a restraining order for. No, Breezy got out. He bailed. He got bailed out. Now, we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Have you all heard about the basketball player in Thailand who got caught with edibles and he may face the firing squad? We'll talk about that at the end of the show. Is there a pattern with men that deal with women associated with Rock Nation or Beyonce. Now, I'm just asking. I don't want nobody contacting me, don't send me no bottles or nothing. Don't nobody send me no bottles or no, I don't drink Hennessy, so don't nobody send me no bottles or no bourbon talking about stay in your drink. I'm saying stuff that is in the news. I'm not saying that I know nothing. Everything that I'm saying is posted. So yeah, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, we got the same last name, man. Please don't. I'm just asking questions, brother. Don't send me no bottles with no double entendres in it to me. I'm just talking. Yeah. I don't want no. I want some Ace of Spade, but I don't want it coming from you with no crazy note attached to it. Aces of Spade is good. I have had some. I will say that, Jay-Z, that Ace of Spade is a great tasting champagne. I will say that. Now, if you want to just send me one of them bottles of Ace of Spade because we got the same last name, you have at it, brother. You got it. Now, is the government going after all of our rap heroes? I mean, you got them going after Africa Bambaataa. You got them going after Jay-Z. They're going after Diddy. Suge Knight is already in jail. I mean, are they going for, or is it a reason why they're going after all these people? My last name is Z. Okay. Z. But I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. Meg Thee Stallion might be going to jail. You know what? Everybody says that Torey Lanez is gonna get out of jail. I got a new poll. I got a new poll. I'm not putting the Stallion. I don't care if she do want to call herself that. A woman ain't no man horse. You know what? I'm not even gonna say. Will someone from Rock Nation? Okay, I got a new poll up. Will someone from Rock Nation go to jail behind what happened to Torey Lanez? Will someone from Rock Nation go to jail behind what happened to Torey Lanez? I didn't even want to put a person now. I don't really know who. I mean, they could go after Meg Thee Stallion for perjury. I mean, will someone from Rock Nation go to jail behind what happened to Torey Lanez? Juggernaut said they know too much and don't want to be controlled anymore. It's been some wild stuff in it. Did you all see the video of, they said this the real Kanye? This dude was in the park catatonic. The dude sure did look like, hold on. Let's find that. Now I will pull that up. Y'all tell me if this is Kanye. If I can find that video. see, can I find a picture? And y'all tell me if y'all think this is Kanye. Hey man, some weird stuff going on. They done scrubbed the video off of the internet, and now there are no pictures. They scrubbed the video of allegedly Kanye sitting on a bench somewhere in Hollywood. This wasn't the Kanye you see walking around with that naked white woman. This was, the dude looked like Kanye. Sitting on a park bench, the top of his head was shaved, and he had like a George Jefferson, but it was like a bozo. It was like a George Jefferson because there wasn't no hair on the top, but it was a bozo because the naps was way out here. It's like a bozo. If you ever watched the Bozo Show. But they're scrubbing a lot of videos off of the internet. They're scrubbing a lot of videos off of the internet. You're right about that one, Y-Dub. You're right about that one. But let's see, can we find Kanye? Oh. Can I find it? Can I find it? Man, they are scrubbing everything. And hey, wow. Dude came home early to find his daughter sleeping on the floor while his wife was in bed with another man. Woo, I'm gonna have to look at that video after the show. There's some crazy people out here. This man in Chicago got shot for saying hello to some man's girl. Shot that man about 10 times for saying hello to his woman. I really did. I really think they scrubbed that video. What the? Okay. Lisa Ray gets stretched out like a pretzel by her male masseur. I ain't been on World Star in a few days. It's some wild stuff going on in the world. Boss man D-Lo responds after transgender exposes text. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What in... I don't think it's, it's been scrubbed. I know Denzel checked some man at the Cannes Film Festival. Whenever you see Denzel get into it, he be having his finger pointing. That's what them old black dudes do. They put their finger in your face. We're not even going to bring up Puffy today. We're not going to talk about Puff Daddy. We're going to leave Puff Daddy alone. We're most definitely going to leave him alone today. But yeah, they scrubbed that video. It's gone. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Monkeypox is still out here? Dude went to Liberia, Africa, came home to America and broke out with the monkeypox. Ooh, wait. Yeah. It is. It's gone. Oh man, I don't know where that video's at, but yeah, I don't know if that was Kanye or not, but how do we? I mean, it's beginning to look like Torey Lanez was telling the truth when he said he didn't shoot Megs. When I heard the story, I knew that Torey Lanez. Why would Torey Lanez shoot Meg the Stallion in the foot when the two women was arguing about smashing him? Why would Torey Lanez shoot Meg the Stallion in the foot if the two girls were arguing about smashing him? Scorp said she had enough of Diddy. I think, yeah, Diddy wild dude. More and more stuff comes out every day, and yeah, he's a freak. But this is the only thing that I will say. The prosecution hasn't shown any crimes. They just keep showing that Diddy's a freak. But they haven't talked about any crimes. They just keep talking about him peeing on people and the baby oil. I mean, but they haven't talked about no crimes. They have proven he's a freak. Now, we'll get back to Torey Lanez. I never understood how they surmised that Torey Lanez would shoot her. For what? Why would I shoot her in the foot and they arguing about smashing me? I'm going to sit back and watch the argument. Not personally. I'm saying in this situation. Okay. Okay. Now, y'all tell me, good looking Jug. Good looking Jug. Y'all tell me, is this Kanye? Is this Kanye, y'all? They say it's the real Kanye. It's the real Kanye spotted outside, y'all. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna watch it a couple times. That Kanye was fast so far. That Kanye, y'all. Damn, damn, damn. Well, y'all wow, y'all wow. But was that Kanye, y'all? Was that Kanye? Hollywood is just like the NBA, it's just like the NFL, it's just like hockey, it's just like anything. They take you in, they eat you up, they spit you out. If there weren't, there wouldn't. It's what this, it's kind of off the subject, but all these guys are rushing to get to the NBA or to the NFL or to any of these leagues. They're rushing to get there. The average football career, professional football career, for a pro running back is 3 years. One contract. One contract. I'm going to have to do a show on that. There would not be an NFL draft, an NBA draft, an NHL draft, a major league base. There would not be a draft every year if people wasn't getting shipped up out of it. And they only have 2 rounds in basketball. I don't know how many rounds they have in hockey. I know it's a lot of rounds in baseball. And football, there's 4 rounds. Scorp, you wild. Scorp said a lot of crackheads look like Kanye was look. Scorp, you wild. But yeah, there wouldn't be an NFL draft and an NBA draft every year if people wasn't making the cut. That's a whole nother story. But I'm happy for Torey Lanez. I'm happy for Torey Lanez. We're an hour and 15 minutes into the show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Go check out Juggernaut TV. Go check out YWG. Go check out Scorp Mama. All of these content creators have different material that you will love to see. Go check out the pages. I'm happy for Torey Lanez. I'm happy for any man, black, white, purple, yellow, that gets exonerated for a crime that he didn't commit. Now, Tory Lanez has extenuating circumstances against him because he went to jail for something he didn't do, and they tried to kill him to keep him from getting out. You got to look at that. You got to think about that. Somebody tried to silence Tory Lanez. Somebody tried to silence that young man. Oh, it's another thing. It's another thing that's off the subject. How old are the Menendez brothers? How old are the Menendez brothers? They're in their 50s, right? They're 40s. How old are the Menendez brothers? Why is their lawyer Why is the Menendez brothers' lawyer talking about these boys? Them is grown-ass men. They old men. These boys have been locked up. Wait, nah, them is grown-ass. Them men is middle age. Them is almost seniors. Them ain't no boys. These boys have been locked up for two. You kill your mama like that. You kill your daddy. You know, that's why I'm. It's off the subject. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because if your daddy was raping you, if your daddy was raping you, if your daddy was raping you, why you kill your mama? If your dad was raping you, why'd you kill your mom? Killed your mom because she want the money. Your mama wasn't raping you. If you were getting raped by your dad and you just killed the dad, I would give your argument some credence. But why y'all kill your mama? What your mama do? Y'all ain't never think of that? If your dad was raping you, kill dad. And I'm saying that, and I'm not advocating that. But why did he kill the mama? So when the Menendez brothers lawyer was like, and these boys, I was like, them motherfuckers is almost 50 years old. Them's not no boys. It's a 20-some-year-old black guy and this young, oh, that ain't no boy. That's a grown man. You gonna call these 47, 48? These boys have been locked up for too long. Them's grown ass men. Words, the play on words, depending on what a person looks like is crazy. The play on words for different individuals is crazy. Tory Lanez is going to get out. If Tory Lanez gets out, somebody on that other side is going to jail. You could put that in the bank. You can put that in the bank. If Torey Lanez gets out of jail, if he gets exonerated, the lawyers might go to jail. Rock Nation's lawyers might go to jail. They might get debarred. They might get their legal license taken. Wouldn't that be crazy? Torey Lanez get out and Rock Nation's lawyers go to jail. Dark Star said, what changed her about the Menendez brothers is when Eric said, look, I'm filling my father's shoes. And he actually had on his part. If your dad was raping you, why'd you kill your mom? That's the only thing I'll say about the Menendez brothers. If your dad was raping you, why'd you kill your mom? I'm of a belief that there's some stuff you can't be forgiven for. There's some stuff you can't be forgiven for. You killed your parents. You killed your parents. You killed your parents. I just believe there's a special place in hell for people like that. I'm not no judge, and I'm not judging nobody, but some stuff that's just, it's not forgivable. They say that suicide is an unforgivable sin because some people say that suicide is an unforgivable sin. But I believe that you kill your parents, you need to be put under the jail. There's this guy I think it's Indianapolis. His mother was putting money on his books all the time he was locked up in jail. He got out of jail. His mother was so happy. She posted about it and everything. And a week later, this dude killed his mama and his brother. He needs to go to the chair. And I'm not a person that I don't believe in the death penalty. But some stuff, oh man. Parents, man. You kill your parents, man. It's a special place in hell for you. Say you was getting raped, but you killed your mom. So, I don't want to talk about that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. They got a cousin that came out and said that that's yeah. It's just a whole messed up situation. I wasn't there. I can't speak on it, but I don't know. But yeah, we've been talking about Torey Lanez tonight. It looks like Torey Lanez, with help from Representative Luna, who is a Republican senator from Florida, she is backing Torey Lanez, and she's asking for a judicial review of his case. They have already appealed his case, and she says that there's damning information that will come out that is going to exonerate Torey Lanez. And she also said that the people that railroaded this verdict are are going to pay. Are going to pay. So it's looking real stormy on that other side. What link is that? What link do y'all want me to put up? What link is that? What link y'all want me to put up? The Kanye link? Hold on. Clip, what's going on, brother? Hey, Clip, how you feel about Tory Lanez, man? How you feel about Tory Lanez? I think he's gonna be exonerated. Should Meg go to? Yeah, I'm not calling her the stallion because, like I said before, a stallion is a male horse. We gonna say Meg. Should Meg go to jail if she lied to get Tory Lanez put in jail, and then that man almost got killed while he was in jail under false pretenses? What you think, Clip? I should play that Kanye video again. Clip is from Chicago. He might be able to tell if it's the real Kanye sitting on that bench. Scorp said 2025 is the year of accountability. The year of accountability. Well, I think it's more of the year of people's skeletons is coming out the closet. My brother Full Clip. What's in the dark shall come to the light. Exactly. It was gonna come to the but I feel I'm happy for Tory Lanez that he's going to get justice after being railroaded. If no, I'm about to end the show in a minute, Dark Star. I'm about to end the show. And not right this second, but a few minutes. But yeah. Kanye is wild. Tory Lanez is going to be exonerated. I really believe this. Because like I said, Representative Luna is not going to stick her neck out unless she has seen something. Scorp said, yeah, she's somewhere mad. I think it's a little bit more than mad. I think it's more on the lines of scared. I think Meg the Stallion is scared because she could Meg the Pony. Yeah, let's Meg the Pony. We're gonna say Meg the Pony because I'm not getting ready. I said it again. I'm not gonna keep on calling this woman a male horse, but Juggernaut said she's a transformer. So you said that, Jug. It makes me look at that name totally different now. Meg the Stout, Meg the man horse, Meg the male horse. But I guess when you a rapper, they let you call yourself anything and let you get away with it. A stallion is a man horse, man. I always bring it up. And people say, it's just a name. It's just a name. I'm not getting ready to call myself Maas the Big Puss. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Maas the mayor, Maas the filly, Meg the filly. That yeah, Maas the mayor. That's cool. Maas the man horse. But yeah, Maas the filly. You know, damn stallion. Stallion got balls. Meg the Stallion is if I mean she's most definitely if Torey Lanez gets out of jail, she's most definitely gonna be charged with perjury. You can guarantee that she's gonna be charged with perjury. He's gonna sue Meg, but Meg gonna go to jail. Meg is gonna go to jail for but you know what? They might give her 6 months home house arrest. Something. I don't think they're gonna put Meg the pony. I don't think they're gonna put Meg the pony in this hooscow. I don't think that. Now, the lawyers that violated Torey Lanez's rights and withheld evidence that would have them guys might go to jail. And that man got stabbed up after he was in. Yeah, the lawyers might go to jail. Meg the Stallion probably gonna have to wear one of them things on her ankle for about a year. But yeah, she'll be on there dancing and hopping around and tooting that booty up with one of them boxes on her ankle. Dang, I said that. Juggernaut, man, you didn't change, man. You saying what you said that Mega called a Megatron, a transformer. You said that, man. It's got me looking at that Meg the Stallion name totally different. I think she just need to change her name to Meg. Because as long as she call herself the Stallion, people gonna think something weird about. Think she might be a trans. Meg the Stallion? No, but should the okay? You know what? We didn't talk about this before we end this topic tonight. Should Kelsey's my mind just went blank. Should Kelsey's immunity be lifted if Torey is exonerated? Should Kelsey be stripped of being yeah, I'm tired. My mind is I just said the word 2 seconds ago. Immunity. Should Kelsey's immunity be stripped in the event that Torey is exonerated? Should she be compelled to testify against Meg the Stallion? I said it again. Scorp says sue her draws off. Oh, yeah. Wow. I didn't know. I thought men wore draws. I didn't know women wore draws. Hey, maybe Scorp, you on that juggernaut saying she wearing man underwear now. She wearing underwear with pee holes. And I said pee hole because I didn't want to say the other word. Wow. We've had a good conversation tonight about Torey Lanez, Meg the Stallion, Kelsey, Hale Bailey, DDG, Torey Lanez, Chris Breezy, and Rihanna. They both got brought up in this conversation as well. Chris Breezy, the #1 entertainer in the world right now, to me. Chris Breezy. But yeah, and there are people who have said that it looks like a concerted effort by Rock Nation to do something to people that violate. That's the wrong word. That are in situations with people that are signed to Rock Nation or Beyonce. It looks like a playbook. It's the same playbook for the say they hit on you, get a restraining order, and we'll get them in jail. You won't have to worry about them no more. And Hell Bailey, she lying, saying that DDG chipped her tooth, and her tooth got chipped a couple years ago. I didn't say she was a man, Scorp. Jug said she was a man. I didn't. Like I said, I'll be if Meg the Stallion is a transformer, my feelings will be hurt. My feelings will be hurt because that's. I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to think about that. Meg the Pony. Yeah, we ain't calling her that. We're going to call her Meg the Pony. But this is when your boy. We had good conversation tonight. And y'all know what tomorrow night is. Y'all know what tomorrow night is. Now, Friday night show is not at 9. Friday night show is at 11. Just let y'all know. Friday night show is at
Lab Addicts Music Group.
Friday. Next show. Last week we talked about. Last Friday we talked about men faking orgasms. And we're going to have an equally exhilarating conversation for tomorrow night. Free Torey Lanez. It's your boy Maas. We'll be back tomorrow night to be free.